I think we have to look historically at what Africa's relationship in general needs to be in this kind of time. The truth is, Africa by 2035 will have the youngest working group on the planet, right? This is a trend that will continue for the rest of the future. By 2030, 43% of Africans will join the global ranks of middle class and upper class categorization. So, what that tells us is that with a combined spending in 2030 of about 6.7 trillion. This is all new money, all new markets, all new consumers, all new developers, all new construction, all new technology, all new services, all new retail, all new manufacturing. Cooperation with Africa ought to be every wise continent's strategic priority.
Given the negative impact of COVID-19 on global economies right now, should Africa seek an even greater or stronger economic tie with America during Biden's presidency?
COVID-19 really ravaged the globe. But quite honestly, what it did to Africa versus what it did to the US is vastly different. Africa has worked out a strategy, mostly working with European companies like AstraZeneca to ultimately get its vaccine strategy sorted out. So given all this, Africa should seek agreements that are balanced and sufficiently beneficial to Africa's growing economy and population, and be focused in growth areas that are most important to Africa's agenda. And what I call an equivalent relationship is when Africa gets what it needs and what it wants without the detriment to the US and vice versa.
Ngozi, how should African governments then, and especially businesses, prepare to engage with America for that optimum economic benefit?
African governments and businesses must recognize the strength and opportunity that they wield in this hour, right? But they must use it judiciously, right? They must use it to foster what I call equitable engagements with America. What that means is African governments must make sure that the banking sector, for example, and the financial institutions are well capitalized so that African businesses, NGOs, and governments can engage with the US infrastructure. We still know that whether we like it or not, 5 of the 10 world's fastest economies or growing economies are still in Africa. You know, if this was a chess game, Africa would be a check, about to do a checkmate. And I don't say that to pump up Africa. What I'm trying to say, Esther, is that with opportunities like this, Africa must be particular about sectors to pursue and to go big on. So, for example, things that alleviate poverty, things that help Africans move more into the middle class and above, things that ensure baseline healthcare and access to all.
Ngozi, we rarely see diversity for top government officials, even in most countries around the world. But Biden's picks appear to differ.
Today, we know that diversity and inclusion is the true cornerstone of any democracy. Biden has an opportunity to propel America's democracy, making it synonymous with his growth strategy, making it synonymous with his desire to get the world to see America as America really should be. There's no better way to kind of define it but his vice president, right? To have Vice President Kamala Harris, who is African American, who is a woman, who is Indian American. So that says a lot. Then you look at what he's done with Michael Regan, who is looking to lead EPA. We have Susan Rice, who is the domestic policy advisor. We have Linda Thomas-Greenfield, who is the UN ambassador. I think Biden understands this, that diversity and inclusion is fundamental to the protection of the democracy of the United States. And certainly as a leader in the world, making sure that the leaders that he puts at the cabinet level are truly diverse and it truly is inclusive.